I have returned back to England from the Philippines. My voice has also returned after a few days of just chilling out and relaxing. I finally managed to start kicking this illness that has just been with me for the past couple of weeks. And demise is, well, I mean, nobody seems to have died. I totally expected to have gone to the Philippines, not played on the Hermitcraft server at all, then come back to the server to find everyone had died from traps or natural causes, and then I come in and sweep the victory. But that doesn't seem to be the case at all. I'm still level pegging with everyone else. I'm gonna have to go on holiday again. Anyway, before all of you start shouting at me down in the comment section, I have remembered I can't really be wearing this fancy armor, so... Oh, that's depressing. I mean, I am allowed enchantments, aren't I? So maybe we could beef this up a tiny bit. But I'm hoping with my plans for today's episode, we shouldn't actually have to, because I'm going to build a house that will keep us safe. It's going to be the safe house. It's going to be like a demise bunker. And hopefully, it is going to allow us to not die. We can stay in there, be perfectly safe, completely away from any form of dangers or anything like that. And it's going to be built out of lots of really nice looking blocks. So I'm going to have to do some pretty serious trading with these guys. I'm going to try my best to get set up with some cool stuff. You know, I'll be honest, I wasn't totally planning on building with bricks. I was just trading with that guy to up his trades. But now that I think about it, I mean, brick blocks are quite nice looking. Whoa. Okay, yeah, it's also quite easy to get a lot of brick blocks. Those are quite good blocks for a compound. I think maybe, for the first time in my entire Hermitcraft experience, other than building a starter house in Hermitcraft Season 2, I'm actually going to use bricks for a project. I potentially might have gone a little bit overboard with the number of bricks that I've crafted, but still, this is going to be more than enough. Okay, so I would say building location-wise, we do it next to the fidget spinner, this area here, and also this thing. My mob farm is just over there, and my base is just off in this direction. So I'm going to flatten out this small little island, and then we can start building up some form of border wall around it, because we need to make sure that this place is completely secure from other hermits. Because when they start dying, traps start being placed, nobody's safe. Now, my only slight concern is that Jevin, who owns the giant fidget spinner over there, will almost have easy access into my little bunker, but he's now moved bases, so I think we should be okay. I can't think of a more scary place to be right now than the end with a wither surrounded by endermen that if I look at them, it's probably going to be like a 2-hit kill. This is not good. And to the person who put all the soul sand here, you are an absolute legend. Because I only brought enough for 1 beacon, but then I decided I kind of wanted 4 beacons, so now we're fully kitted up over at the bunker. Although right now we don't really have much of a bunker, instead we have a completely flattened out island. I thought it would be smart to start with a blank canvas, then we can just build upon it. But I can't help but notice, now that I've just flown in, it kind of looks like a guy wearing a toga. I can't laugh still because my throat hurts too much. But seriously, you must be able to see it. Look, there's the toga. He's got a little eye. He's got his nose. He's standing very proud. It almost seems a shame to change this. Now, for our walls, I've got 2 things I want to think about. Number 1, is this design good? I personally think it is quite cool. I think it looks nice. And thing number 2 is, do I follow the outline of the island, or do I build a square around the island, even going into the water? I'm starting to go towards following the island, and I'm also starting to go towards maybe only building in this area here, having this place as kind of like an entrance area. Yeah, I think that's the best idea. This is kind of like a hybrid of them both. Entrance there, compound goes in here, wall goes up around it, Mumbo is safe on the inside. I never really refer to myself in third person, it feels a little bit weird. I tell you what though, this doesn't look weird. This looks like a proper little compound that we're creating here. This is awesome. Okay, the only thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to move this beacon across by 2 blocks because it's a little bit out of place. And then I'm just trying to work out what we should do when it comes to how we enter this thing. I kind of want to do like a military style landing strip for when you're flying in with the Elytra, because obviously you need to fly into here. No hermits are allowed to fly over this fence, okay? So we could have a landing strip right here, and then maybe we could have a smaller fence around the edges, and then this is where the security system goes. Yeah, I'd say all of that sounds pretty smart. So this is going to be our little landing zone. There is the door right there. And I'm just trying to work out what sort of block type I want to use for this floor, but also what I want to use for this floor as well. Do you reckon it's worth making this area really green? Like loads and loads of grass, place plants in there and things like that, because it's meant to be a compound. Or do we go all dirt? Because once again, it's meant to be a compound. Dirt. I just think dirt just looks a lot more brutal. And brutal is the look that we've got. So this is our little landing zone. And then through here, we have got the actual compound itself. Looking pretty sparse right now. Obviously, we're going to fill it in with a bunch of stuff over time. The first thing that we need to do is actually build up the compound house. But then I'm going to start adding in weaponry and protection systems and things like that over the next couple episodes. But I guess one very important thing is that we need to get ourselves set up with some form of security system. So I was thinking, I mean, we could have either iron bars like that, or we could do it a lot simpler and also potentially a lot cooler looking with iron doors. Give me a second. You see, the big issue that I have with those iron bars is the fact that A, you'll be able to see pistons underneath them. That's not the end of the world, but more importantly, I don't like how they don't connect to the stairs. I just don't think it looks very good. A million times better. This is far, far cooler. Sometimes you don't need complicated redstone things to look cool, but now it's time to build something complicated and redstoney, which is a security system. But then again, that doesn't actually have to be that complicated. I've created something that's fairly simple that should work, and now I am just doing my key card. I thought an iron door kind of looks like a key card, and it is let me in my compound. I would say that is, yeah, I mean that's what it's going to be renamed to. Only a Hermitcraft player with an iron door that has been renamed to let me in my compound will be able to access my compound now. Probably shouldn't have told everyone that, because hermits do have access to the internet and can watch this video, but I assume I'll be okay. Alright, so I chuck this little keycard into this dropper, I hit the button, doors will open up, they'll close up behind me, and I can actually retrieve my compound keycard from this dropper right here. And then when I want to get out, I just have to hit this button and I can exit. This system seems like it works. That is perfectly secure enough for me, and all of the redstone actually looks quite neat and tidy inside this little iron bar area. Okay, so we have got the outside done for the time being. I am going to add to it over the next couple of days. Now we need to actually build up the compound building. And I have no clue what I'm going to do. I do know that I want to use some stone slabs, and I seem to be all out of them once again. I don't understand where all of them keep going. So here we are at the mega super smelter. Not complaining though, because this thing is super satisfying to use. Whoa, I forget how brutal fall damage is if you don't have feather falling. I only fell from there. There! And I went down to 3 hearts of damage. Good grief. So I'm thinking, design-wise, we're going to do something a little bit different. It's going to look very, 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 very blocky. It's going to be made up of pillars. And then we're going to have, I guess, a line of these stone whatevers. And I'd say it's going to be about 3 stories high. And it's going to look super brutal. It feels like I'm creating a prison right now, actually, now that I look at it. This is looking very prison-like, but that's fine. We're just going to roll with the prison aesthetic. There's nothing wrong with it. I wish I could laugh right now. I would be laughing. It's looking more and more prison-like by the second. And as I say, I kind of like it. It's so over the top. It's so over the top. With all that done, it's now time to actually do some of the lighting and things, and I thought, because we're already so far over the top, it's time to continue being over the top by doing some proper searchlight, spotlight style lighting. So I'm going to grab some end rods, we'll suspend them from posts. Yeah, it's going to look nuts. But first, check out this place. I actually feel secure just looking at it. I feel like I couldn't possibly die. Now, on the spotlight front, as much as I like this idea, the light level just is not enough. I mean, we are getting a light level of 11 isn't actually that bad. Yeah, see, that's just... We're losing 3. By the time we even get to here, We're at light level 9. We're at light level 7 there. We'd need one every like 5 blocks, if not less, to be honest with you. I think this could be the better option. Just have some grey carpet lying around with some end rods underneath it. That will keep everything lit up without also looking too ridiculous. In fact, I actually think it looks quite cool. And I'm sure at least some of the hermits are going to assume that those are traps and stay well clear of them. 3 emeralds for a cactus. Is this guy having a laugh? Get out of here. Wait, hang on. The compound's been infiltrated already. The dude's llamas are outside. How did he manage to get in here? This is not a good sign for the security of this place. But thankfully, I guess we don't have to worry about that until the next Hermitcraft episode. Today's episode is all about getting the bunker set up, which I can't help but notice that we still haven't really started yet. I mean, we've built the outside of the bunker, but we need to go down. So this here is going to be our down area. Before we go down, actually, I should mention, I've lit up everything. It looks really, really cool at night. I'm a huge fan of how this place is looking. Maybe we should light up the top of this as well. But yeah, potentially, because otherwise things are going to start spawning. Okay, we'll do that. But anyway, going down. Let's get going downwards, all right? This might actually be a bad idea. Now, my structure for this build is going to be pretty simple. We're going to have a corridor that wraps around like this and then takes a left turn and goes across like this, and then over in this area, this is where all of the rooms are going to be. Now, this is meant to be an end of days bunker because I plan on surviving until the end here, okay? I want to be the last hermit standing, but that means that there's going to be a lot of zombie hermits around, and I need to be a little bit careful. So we need to make sure that we have adequate supplies so I can stay down here forever. I also need to have a testing facility to make sure that if I do get turned into one of the undead things, then maybe there's a way out of it. Who knows? Okay, and then also I need to get myself set up with all the storage systems and everything like that I'm going to personally need down in this thing, because we're going to be living down here. Okay, we're going to be down here forever. I'm taking this very, very seriously. I'm going to pop up occasionally, maybe to work on a redstone farm or brush the dust of my base or something, but trust me, we're staying here. And another thing that you can trust me on is that if I'm the first hermit to die, okay, and I do all of this for nothing, I'm going to be upset. Yeah, I'm going to be upset. I mean, I was about to say that I'd leave the Hermitcraft server, but I definitely wouldn't do that. I'd just, you know, carry on with my day. In fact, I'm quite excited to be dead so that I can build all the traps and things. That seems really interesting. If anything, I could just jump off the cliff and die now, and then have a lot of fun building traps and trying to kill all the other hermits. Actually seems quite entertaining. No, let's build the bunker. God, being alive is way worse. It's way worse. So this is our newly decorated little bumper entrance thing. You can see we've got a brick back wall there ready for all of our ladders. And then down here, this is the space that we have to work with. So as I say, corridor, room. I can't wait for that to be made into a remix. This is starting to look a little bit cleaner now, though. So if I just fill in these slabs here, this is looking pretty good. As far as bunkers go, I would say this is an okay one. So we're going to have a double iron door here. This is going to be my log room. I'll get onto that in a second. And then I think this one here, that one can be food storage. And then the one at the end, which will go there, is going to be the bedroom. Now, I definitely feel like we need a few home comforts in this place. So let's see. Do I have any sticks or anything to make sticks so that I can make some paintings? This is not a good sign. Good! Okay, we finally got there. I was getting worried. This is my log room so far. This is where I'm going to be logging the entire experience of living in the bunker. The only thing that I need to do is work out how to make a good camera. What is the most camera-looking thing in Minecraft? There really isn't anything, is there? After doing some poking around, I've decided it's a wither skeleton skull. So here it is. We've got our light set up. We've got obviously all of the server racks and things so we can back up the data. I think it's time for 001. Is this thing on? Oh, I'm really close. Oh, that's too far away. Okay, good. Yeah, that looks good enough. This is 001 in my bunker. This is demise log. Oh god, I'm really bad at this. Okay, I think I've thought of something. So, yeah, I'm in the middle of building my bunker. Things are going well. I haven't died yet. As far as I know, no other hermits have died. So I think, for now, all is safe. But I fear that things are going to descend into chaos. And I want to be prepared for when that happens. Which is exactly why I've loaded up this computer here with Tetris. Alright, that was just straight up terrible. I feel like I need to be a little bit more upbeat too. Okay, let's try again. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Demise Log 001. I'm in my bunker. Yeah, world's ending. Uh-oh. No, that's not the right tone either. Oh my goodness, this is really difficult. How about we go somewhere in the middle of the way? Demise Log 001. We're here in the bunker. I've just started construction. Food hall is in the process of being built. Bedroom is being constructed too, but the log room has been constructed complete with server racks, computers, and things ready for me to analyze this issue. Although no hermits have died yet, I fear for the future as I believe chaos is on the horizon. Be strong. To anyone who is reading this, if the message gets to you, be strong. Gosh, that was serious, but I'd say that's good enough. Demise Log 001 done. And back to building. Now we need to build up our little storage area for all of the food and supplies that we're going to need to live here. This shouldn't be too difficult, and I've got myself 24 barrels, which is definitely going to help us out. But one thing that definitely isn't going to help us out is the fact that you need to smelt stone to get cool looking stone slabs. Oh, I hate that change so much. It's my least favourite change. I despise it with a passion. Now, did I say earlier on in the episode that it gives me a good excuse to use my ridiculous super smelter? Yes, I did. It's cool, isn't it? Oh, look at that. It's going into all those furnaces. You know what? Maybe it's not so bad. Anyway, back over to the bunker, now fully filled up with stone slabby things. Food storage is done, looking lovely, lots and lots of barrels, few trapdoors and things just for some added depth. That is cool, that goes next to the log room, which is there. Last room on the list is the bedroom. For now, obviously we can expand our bunker as we go. But I gotta say, it's all looking good. I've just run around and done a quick cleanup, so now this area here is looking pretty sweet. Obviously there is the food store, I'll put the sign on for that, and then here is my bedroom, bunk beds, just in case I want a friend in my bunker, we can chill out in there. Obviously I've got a few paintings around and a nice little desk so I can do some extra work and things. I'm happy with this place. I mean, it's definitely very brutal. It's definitely a bunker, but it does feel safe and it does feel secure, which is, you know, that is the main reason that we're building this thing. We need to make sure that we're safe and secure so we don't get destroyed by the traps from the dead hermits. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. This is what we've managed to construct today. I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty proud of myself. I got a little bit disheartened halfway through this Hermitcraft episode because, you know, I'm a little bit out of practice. Okay, I've been away in the Philippines. I've had like a week and a half off. I've also been ill, so I've been resting up. When I first started recording this Hermitcraft episode, I genuinely felt myself getting motion sickness from moving the mouse around and things. That's how out of practice I am. So halfway through the episode, I was like, is this episode any good? Am I actually doing anything that's cool here? But now that I've actually constructed everything and everything's built up, I gotta say, that's pretty awesome, isn't it? This is quite a cool little build that we've constructed on this island in one episode so far. I can't wait to see how this place develops and transforms as Demise continues on. I just really hope that I don't die really early and all of this is completely wasted, because that would be a real shame. Anyway, I really do hope that you enjoyed the episode, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. Did you hear me fumbling my keyboard then? That is how out of practice I am. I couldn't even find F5 on my keyboard to change the point of view of the camera so that I could do my sign off. It's so strange, isn't it? I've played Minecraft for like maybe 8 or 9 years, and I've been making videos for like 7.5. and I take 2 weeks off and lose all of it.